David Evans has just introduced the PIC TV Network AI VIP voice promo, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. Now, you can take your next event to a whole new level of awesomeness by getting the VIP voice promo. Imagine the possibilities. To learn more and seize this fantastic opportunity, give him a call at 240-423-9820. Embrace the tech revolution and get ready for some serious fun. Let's celebrate together.
We love you, Edie.
We love you.
Love you, Edie.
Love you, Edie.
We love you.
Love you. We love you.
Love you, Edie.
We
Where
love
Kenny
you,
at?
baby.
Come on, Kenny. We love you, Edie.
Edie, love you.
We love you, Edie.
Love you, Edie.
Love you, Aunt Edie.
Love you, Aunt Edie.
There you go. Edie shining that rainbow, you guys, in heaven. That's Edie shining the rainbow in heaven. I'm driving home, and now, oh man, this is it. That's my sister shining the rainbow. Shining bright. Yeah. That's it right there. That's it right there. That's Edie shining up in the above. It don't get no better than that. Go ahead, Edie. Yes, Lord. This is a special show we have on PIC TV Network. Want to say hello to everybody. Happy holidays, first of all. Blessings to everyone watching. This show is a special show talking about mental health is real. That was my sister Edie, who passed away going on 2 years now. And I love my sister. I miss my sister. I still think about her. Yeah, it's one of those things that when you have a person that you love and you never really get over it. You just deal with them being with God, and that's the blessing. Want to say hello to everyone watching me once again. Thank you for tuning into the PIC TV Network special presentation today. Let me make sure my tie is like shining bright. I want to just make sure that we get the lighting up a little over there. You know, it's kind of weird when you do a television, you can see stuff on my side of the screen. Yeah, I want to thank God for my brother O, who's over there, brother O, from Chicago. He's going to help me on this show today. Mental health is real. Many of us who are watching right now, we have seen people who coming out of COVID that we lost, and friends and loved ones and family members, and you know, a whole bunch of people who still live in our heart, and some people really going through situations today who they've lost their job, government shutdown. There's a lot of things going on in our world today, and we just want to put out there today, get some help. You know, call somebody, check on somebody, find somebody to tell them that you're just thinking about them. There's a whole bunch of people watching me right now on social media, but a lot of people just are not in the same upbeat frame of mind. Some people going through because, again, mentally, physically, financially, socially, emotionally, some circumstances may be going on in their life and they just need some help. And this is why we want to say to this broadcast today, mental health is real. Yeah, and we want to say thank you again for watching this PIC TV Network program. We also celebrating our 5th anniversary on Black Friday. We're going to come right back in a few minutes. I can see my brother O is on the other side. He's going to be helping me to come on in a few minutes. We are live on PIC TV Network. We'll be right back after this.
Happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV Network.
Happy 5th anniversary to the PIC TV Network.
Happy 5th anniversary to the PIC TV Network.
This is Dr. Crystal Morris, all the way from Dallas, Texas. Want to say happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV Network.
Billy Edmond from Dallas, Texas, and I want to wish PIC TV a happy 5th anniversary.
My name is Ella Anderson from Washington, D.C. I want to wish PIC TV happy 5th anniversary and keep going, Dr. Evans. We can't wait to see what you do.
This is Dr. Rhonda M. Wood, and I'm coming to you live. I want to give a very happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV Network and Dr. David Evans. You know what, you guys, just keep going strong.
Sharon here from DC, and I say happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV and Dr. Evans.
Hi, my name is Brittany Anderson from Austin, Texas, and I want to wish PIC TV Network a happy 5th.
Happy holidays. This is Carol Lee Carrington from Northern Virginia, and I want to wish the PIC TV Network a happy 5th anniversary.
Hi, my name is Nakia. I'm from Boston, and I want to say happy holidays, happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV. Keep going, Dr. Evans.
Take one.
Happy 5th anniversary to the PIC TV Network.
Hi, everybody. To the viewing audience, I'm so happy to see you. I just wanted to give a shout out to PIC TV. PIC TV. PIC. PIC TV Network. This is their 5th anniversary, and they've been doing a wonderful, fantastic job. And David Evans, who is the owner, Black Network, I tell you, he's doing fantastic things. He's built the stars. He knows everybody. Everybody knows David. He's doing some wonderful things. He's here in Washington, D.C., and we joined him. Dreams, the Capital View. We're working with him so you can actually see us on his network and his work on our network. And I just love PIC TV. So if you want to get in contact with PIC TV to put your work on TV, if you need to have anything videoed for your wedding, your anniversary, your birthday, your child being born, graduation, PIC TV will be able to do that. And if you want to do a shower, baby shower, or something at church where you're doing something special for your pastor or for the choir, or just be a part of PIC TV, let us know, because they are doing wonderful jobs and they're just waiting on you to contact them. Just check the number at the bottom and the website and you'll see PIC TV. This is their 5th anniversary of PIC TV, and they can be seen all over the world.
Everybody, this is David Evans, your president of PIC TV Network. We're so happy to celebrate the 5th anniversary of PIC TV Network. It's the biggest night on television for PIC TV, and we're celebrating our 5th anniversary. Yes, 5 years we've come this far by grace. The first year we was trying to figure things out, how to work this PIC TV network. The second year we were smoothing it out, how to smooth out our TV shows and programs. The third year we was trying to get people to come to support us. The 4th year we began to grow and expand even more, and now the 5th year is here. 5 years, that's the number grace of the PIC TV network. Want to give a shout out to all the managers who've been rocking and rolling with us for the 5 years, all the partners, all our fans, everybody. It's the biggest night on PIC TV network history. It's our awards night. You watched us on Roku. You watched us on YouTube. You watched us on social media. You've seen our interviews. You've seen us working with the stars, and the stars giving us a lot of love. You've seen us on the red carpet. You've seen us in California doing media movies. You've seen our TV shows, commercials, and programs. And now it's the 5th year of the PIC TV network. Guess what? The big awards night. We're going to be awarding you on the other side of the screen. We got some new programs, some new shows. We cannot wait for you to join us on Black Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the PIC TV network. You are my special guest.
Get ready to elevate your style with the exclusive PIC TV Network Studio Hat. Made for true TV enthusiasts like yourself, this limited edition hat is the perfect accessory to make you feel like a star. With one size fits all, you can rock this hat with confidence. Don't miss out on this opportunity to own a piece of the PIC TV network. Call 202-505-2837 or visit watchpictv.com to order yours today. Hurry, as these hats won't last long.
Hello, everybody. We're back here on PIC TV Network. I want to say hello to my brother O, who's on the other side of the screen. Hey, brother O, how you doing, man?
I'm well. How about yourself, Dr. Evans?
Man, I'm good to see you, man. You've been working around the world, getting Chicago ready and popping and rocking. I'm so proud of you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Nothing but love, man. Brother O, this is a serious topic tonight we got on PIC TV Network. I want to say thank you, man, for helping me to build our Prison Freedom channel and shows, man. You got an award over there. I still got that big trophy for you. Yeah, man. Mental health is real. There's a lot of people today, Brother O is coming in a second, who are going through mental health challenges. We just seen one of the Dallas Cowboys, his life was, gone too soon, too short. People are really going through something, man, really coming out of COVID, especially in DC, man, where the government shut down. Brother O, can you just tell us, man, some of the things that we can do when you're going through this mental health crisis today?
Yeah. Everybody is different as far as our experiences and so forth. But I think it's just about being realistic or being real with yourself about where you are, and then going out to seek help, whatever that might look like. Even if it's somebody that's close to you, because some people don't necessarily feel comfortable going to see a therapist. And so I would suggest that people do that. But if you don't really feel comfortable with that, if that feels, weird to you, odd to you, then there should be somebody close to you that you should reach out to and be able to confide in, at least, if nothing else. So like I would just advise people that if you to go out and seek therapy, but if you not comfortable with that, then who is that's close to you? A family member, a friend, or maybe someone that you work with, a coworker that you can talk to. And sometimes that'll just get you through the day. That makes the difference sometimes on a person hurting him or herself, and then just being able to get through it, whatever they're going through. And then once that storm has passed, then they're able to gather themselves and build on that and improve. But sometimes, you might be going through something and that crisis might feel like it's just so overwhelming that you act. And though in the heat of that moment, it could actually, be critical.
Yeah, that's real talk right there. But being in a situation in Washington, D.C., with so much stress going on in our city, man, with government being shut down, a lot of people are stressed out because trying to pay their bills, not getting their money on time, really going through circumstances and situations. And then there's other mentally, physically. I went to the doctor the other day. Matter of fact, I got to go tomorrow, and there's a copay. And I made that copay payment. Then there's another copay to get an x-ray. I was like, I just paid you guys upstairs on the 4th floor. Now I got to pay again in the basement. And then you got to pay for the medicine. It's a lot going on, bro, in our world today, man. I'm going to put a number up here, a lifeline number that we have. But just to talk to somebody, that's what you said. I believe that communication is so important these days because we have the phones, we have the computers, but it's nothing like talking to a human being. We're human beings, not human things. And we can confide and talk to and just be real, man. That's one thing I miss about old school is that we had to meet and talk at Hot Shop, at the park. We had to have social without the media, without the pictures, without the music, without the videos. We had the social dialect going on, and we had to communicate. I miss that, man. But today, Brother O, we have access to so much that I think we get overloaded sometimes. And think about all the chats that the young people getting in school, then they fighting over chat. You said that you don't like me, or you said you breaking up with me. You texted me about something. I mean, just one chat. How many young people who got in fights and out, even life ended because of a text message, bro?
Yeah. So just recently we had a peace summit on social media and the impact it has on violence. We just had it like 2 weeks ago. And today, what social media does is it gives people attention or brings attention to them, right? Where people can focus on them, and people have got caught up in that because it's almost like they're pseudo celebrities. If I get a lot of people following me on social media, then what happens is they're watching my post, what I'm putting in the chats. They're paying attention to that, because why else would you do that? I mean, like, human beings have gossiped since the beginning of time. But I just saw this maybe about 2 hours ago, and there was a young woman, and she posted on Facebook. She posted on Facebook a conversation that she was having about someone else to this other person, so that everybody could see it. And so the only reason why you would do that is because you want people to pay attention to you. You're trying to get people's attention, because that's something that should have been discussed between the parties involved. There's no reason for an entire social media to have screenshots of your conversation. And so what's happened with reality TV and social media is that it has, I guess it has moved people to want to be pseudo celebrities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's the danger of it, bro. Oh, it's because, you know, people use this as a tool of stardom, man, and they would do anything to get somebody to like them, a chat, you know, a text message. And I think I grew up in the 60s, man. And when I look at social media today and I look at how people been programmed, even me, I've been programmed, and everybody else has a cell phone, all these apps on it, and it's an addiction that we all have. But this was never meant to control us. We were supposed to control it. And it's out of control when we're seeing today with mental health. My wife was at the hospital about 4 years ago. Her mom was in there, and it was about 11:30, 12 at night. A young lady walked in there, and she was in the emergency room, and my wife and her was talking, and she asked my wife to pray for her because her son was just 16 years old. He committed suicide. 16 years old. Over a text message or something happened with something on his phone, and it's checked out. It's so sad, Brother O, that a lot of the suicides, they're not even recorded. It would be amazed how many people, especially young people, have this device and they look at it, and when something is not like they want it to be, their brain registers and it hits them, and they just go off, man. And some older folks too, over fighting hours over text messages. It doesn't make sense to me, Brother O, that you're hitting a button and letting somebody control you that's not even in your presence. One text after another text. One text, fighting text, arguing text, fussing text. People's lives have ended over text message. Mental health is real. I had an interview with Taraji P. Henson, and I asked her a question, and I hope we can go back to that interview. And I said, Taraji, thank you for coming back home, Oxon Hill High School. And I said, what would you say to the young people today who may need to get a chance like you, a shot like you? And she said, I'm really hoping that they will really get their mental health under control and stop getting on all these social media platforms. And I was like, wow, this is real talk, because again, this is a device that never goes off 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Everybody has one, including the homeless man who has nothing, to the highest person on the planet. Everybody has these cell phones, but the cell phone addiction, even I got a movie on that too, a short film called Cell Phone Addiction. When it comes to mental health, Brother O, it's real today. It's a real thing. I mean, we just need to talk. We need to really, really communicate and just say, man, I'm going through something, man. I need you to pray with me. I just need to talk to somebody. And hopefully we can talk some sense into somebody instead of talking negative and letting that negative vibe turn into hatred, rage, bitterness, anger, resentment, and talk to them to de-escalate, to diffuse the situation and not throw more coals on that fire. What do you say, Brother O?
No, I definitely agree. Yeah. It's just, like I said earlier, and I see a lot. And sorry, I was a little distracted. There were some people that were, I guess, trying to watch it. Our interview right now. They were saying they were having a little difficulty, but anyway, I see a lot of what's going on right now that we're talking about as far as people not necessarily being being stable, having a lot of emotional breakdowns and outbursts. And I think that for one, years and years of like mental health, there's stigma behind it. So a lot of people didn't necessarily seek it. It wasn't talked about as much as it's talked about today. And even as much as it's talked about right now, we still, I don't think, have been successful in being able to incorporate it in the workplace. There has been some progress, but even in our schools, the school system. So I think that we have to really even, reevaluate the way that our public school system and some of our other institutions are set up, because we're seeing what we're seeing with, as far as like mental health and being a crisis, public health crisis right now, and it's not getting better. Even though we're talking about it more, it's not getting better. Just think about the suicides that we're seeing, but not even with just the suicides. When we see the mass shootings, the increase of mass shootings, and now we're seeing a surge in racism, a recent surge in overt racism, let's just say. And all of this is somehow connected to mental health. So I think that it's just about going back to the drawing board, some of our practitioners, some of our professionals, and figuring out how we can better incorporate mental health in our institutions that we already have in our country. And with that being said, even some of the funding for mental health, but other programs too that I feel like would help us with the mental health crisis, and even the mental health field in itself, right? It's not just one thing. So you could say, hey, seek treatment for mental health, seek therapy. But then there are other things that would help or assist in that as well. And so we have to look at all these other things that would assist in that, because when you start cutting certain types of programs in our community that are trying to help us stay balanced and stable, along with not properly funding therapy, mental health in our communities, then you're not helping the problem. All you're going to do is basically, cause it to increase. Yeah. So it's just about everybody being serious, taking a serious approach when it comes to mental health.
Yeah, that's real, brother. Oh, somebody watching right now, you're watching our show today, me and Brother O talking about mental health is real. And if you want to get in touch with someone today in a professional level, you can chat 988lifeline.org. All of us were touched by the Dallas Cowboys. Marshawn Nealon, at 24 years old, passed away. His life was taken too short. And, this was a football player, Brother O. NFL, man, just to get there, to make it to the NFL and to achieve what he achieved on top of the world, just scored a touchdown, just was in on football, and just on Monday Night Football before the whole world, scored a touchdown, and then 3 days later he's gone. I don't know, brother. Oh, that thing hit me, man. I was like, how in the world, man? But you never know what somebody's going through. All money can buy a watch, but can't buy time. Money can buy books, but can't buy brains. Money can buy bed, but can't buy sleep. You know, sometimes we value the title of a person, Brother O, the position of a person, but we forget about who that person is inside and never know what they're really going through. I want to say thank you to Lisa, who's watching right now. Lisa, I'm going to send you the audio line. You can call in. Lisa, you can call in on the audio line and talk to me and Brother O. Brother O, so you know, you live in Chicago, man. You know what's popping off in your city. But when you're talking about a sports player on that level and their life just ends in one night, what goes through your mind, Brother O?
You know, I remember seeing some of the headlines about that. I just think about, you know, maybe, you know, his upbringing. I don't know much about his upbringing, but you know, that comes to mind, like, you know, what was his upbringing like? Because what happens is you have, and I don't know anything about him, but I do know that these are some cases with athletes and entertainers. They, you know, they come from households or communities where there are issues, and they become the exception, or they're able to escape because they have talent. And so because their talent has propelled them to a certain level, to people on the outside, it seems as though, you know, their life has been fixed. But if they've been dealing with trauma and what we call ACEs, and ACEs means adult childhood experience. Adverse childhood experiences. So if you have these ACEs that have not been properly dealt with and addressed, then you carry that into your adult life. And so just because you can play basketball, or because you can sing, or do these other things very well, and then you are able to make a lot of money doing that, and move into nice homes and so forth, that does not negate the fact that you could be carrying some trauma with you from your childhood. So I think that's something that we're not looking at. We're looking at the tangible things, but not the intangible things. And, you know, the guy right here, Dr. King, he said it, that, you know, a nation that spends more money on military defense, on weapons, is approaching spiritual death. But not just, and we know that violence is something that is part of our culture, but not just weapons, not just violence, but even materialism. He talked about that as well. You know, materialism. And a lot of us are chasing these things. We have a culture of violence, and then we have a culture where we're chasing money in order to try to validate ourselves, or even buying toys, these tangible things. And then that's supposed to make us feel good as human beings, but that's not so. What it does is it can make you, these things make your life convenient, but they don't heal you.
Yeah.
But some people, they come from experiences or lifestyles where they may have experienced some type of trauma, some type of pain, and then this seems like it's an escape, making a lot of money, becoming famous, being able to buy an expensive home, expensive cars and clothes. And after they've done that, they still have to sit with that pain. They still have to sit with that trauma. And they've never been, a lot of them have never been taught that this is the inner person is what you're supposed to, that you need to focus on just as much as the outer.
Yeah.
The outward things. And we have a principle in Dr. King's philosophy of nonviolence: avoid internal violence of the spirit. as well as external physical violence. So it's talking about the inner man. And you have to address that inner man, because you can have all these things going on in the physical that that manifest in material world that are going well, but all of that will come crumbling down if you are not balanced, if there's not an equilibrium within.
Yeah, brother. Oh, so and are you saying, man, that it may not be a big difference between somebody who is homeless on Skid Row and then somebody who has a multi-million-dollar lifestyle? This person outwardly may not have hardly anything, but they can still be struggling from the same inner mindset issues. Are you saying that, Brother O? Are you saying that the same mental things that may be going on with somebody who has nothing can be the same mental things that's going on with somebody who has everything?
Well, okay, so let's look, and everybody is different once again, okay? So where do you find bliss? Where do you find happiness? In fact, right now I'm going through what they call circle training. It's called circle training, and we talk about your safe space. Where's your safe space? Where's your happy space? Right? What gives you joy? And do these things really give you joy? Once again, right? Do cars give you joy? Does sex give you joy? Does money give you joy? What they do is they give you gratification, but it's temporary. Ecclesiastes, a book of wisdom, talks about that, how these things are fleeting. But if you don't really know who you are, and you are not happy with who you are as a person, then those things are just really cosmetic.
Yeah.
So you can have a person, first of all, and I think that this is a mistake, that when we see someone who may be living in poverty, that we attribute that to them not being well. And for some people, that's the case, but not for everyone who's living in poverty. Not some people have just had some bad times, maybe made a few bad choices. But that doesn't mean that they're mentally unwell. Now, what can happen is that once you are homeless or you're living in poverty, what it could do is it could traumatize you, and it could start leading you in the direction. But we can't assume that everyone who is homeless or who is living in poverty has a mental health issue.
That's right.
Now, long term, it could lead to that, but we just can't assume that. Now, I think that let's take a person who's already struggling. It can exacerbate it for a person who's might be on the brink, or who's already struggling, or carrying some type of trauma, or have some self-esteem issues. The lack of, possessions, or even being in poverty or homeless, it can exacerbate what's already there. But that in itself doesn't necessarily correlate to having a mental health issue.
Yeah.
There are people in prison that, they go through the trauma of being incarcerated, right? But that's anyone, because it's not normal. It's an abnormal condition for someone to be in bondage like that. But that doesn't mean that they are, mentally unstable because they're in prison. And you'll have someone out here who, they have access to just, all these things that are out here, and there's still something going on internally. So we just can't assume that, because all of us are different. Each human being is different. And what makes one person happy doesn't necessarily make the other person happy.
We have a special presentation going on right now, folks. Those who are watching, this is the PIC TV Network presentation with Brother O. He is our PIC TV Network business manager from Chicago, award-winning show, the Prison Freedom Show. My name is David Evans, your president of PIC TV Network. We decided to come on during the holidays and talk about this special mental health crisis that folks are going through today. We're going to take a commercial break. We see that Lisa is on the other end. And tell somebody, watch us right now. Turn us on. We're on Roku channel 1000 live. And we also on YouTube, PIC TV Spotlight. For those who are watching, you can call in on the audio line. Me and Brother O would love to hear from you, answer some of your questions. Maybe you're going through something, or maybe you want to give some advice out there. We have information. You can call into the studio line with us right now. And that number is 240-423-9820. You can call in on the audio line, hey, and just say hello or how you enjoying the show. I see Lisa is calling in. She's calling in on the commercial break. We're going to bring her back up. Yeah, so she's calling in right now. So we're happy for you. Right after our commercial break, call in and be a part of our conversation today. Mental health is real. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Don't touch that dial. My name is David Evans, president of PIC TV Network, along with my main man, Brother O. We'll be right back after this.
Happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV Network.
Happy 5th anniversary to the PIC TV Network.
Happy 5th anniversary to the PIC TV Network.
This is Dr. Crystal Morris, all the way from Dallas, Texas. Want to say happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV Network.
Billy Edmond from Dallas, Texas, and I want to wish PIC TV a happy 5th anniversary.
My name is Ella Anderson from Washington, D.C. I want to wish PIC TV happy 5th anniversary and keep going, Dr. Evans. We can't wait to see what you do.
This is Dr. Rhonda M. Wood, and I'm coming to you live. I want to give a very happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV Network and Dr. David Evans. You know what, you guys, just keep going strong.
Sharon here from DC, and I say happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV and Dr. Evans.
Hi, my name is Brittany Anderson from Austin, Texas, and I want to wish PIC TV Network a happy 5th.
Happy holidays. This is Carolee Carrington from Northern Virginia, and I want to wish the PIC TV Network a happy 5th anniversary.
Hi, my name is Nakia. I'm from Boston, and I want to say happy holidays, happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV. Keep going, Dr. Evans.
Take one.
Happy 5th anniversary to the PIC TV Network.
Again, PIC TV is here. You know, how do you just enjoy this beautiful thing? People are coming out and celebrating. And how do you think PIC TV Network coming?
Well, you know what? PIC TV Network, you are helping us to get the word out, because I know someone is going to hear about this information and come on out. And it takes, it's so hard to make sure that people are aware of everything. So I just want to really thank PIC TV Network for being here and spreading good things that are happening in our community.
Wow, so many vendors are here. Thank you once again.
You're so welcome.
And that's the president of Doctors Hospital, folks, and that's the president. She works as in a big high position in the DMV over the hospitals here, and had a chance to interview her. And as we on today, Lisa is on the other end. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? You on live with PIC TV? Yeah, no, you got to say that one more time. We got you hooked up now. Go ahead, you can talk. We good. We good to have you on, me and Brother O. Happy holidays. So when we're talking about mental health and mental health is real, you said you just came out of a studying. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, I actually was on Instagram, which was very rare for me, but I happened to get on there today to share a little video of mine, which includes one of my Christmas songs, because it was kind of blown up on Facebook, and I was like, why is this going up? But anyway, I just said, let me share it on Instagram. So I did. And so while I shared it on Instagram, I just happened to click on this live, which I never do. But it said something about radio, and of course that captured my attention because, you know, I'm a singer, need songs to be played, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, so one conversation kind of led to many others. When I say many others, I mean many others, because I think I probably initially got on with them maybe around 5 p.m. or so. So they've been going until like 8:15. But anyway, you know, they were doing music, they were doing interviews, et cetera, and they did end up playing 2 of my songs. Their last hour, their last 30 minutes, they had a mental health segment. And
wow.
I got the link from you. I started to invite you on, but I was like, you probably busy doing what you're getting ready to do, and I knew that they were getting ready to end. But they were focusing on men's mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty interesting. You know, my thoughts are, if you just have that one person, I just feel that if you have that one person that you can talk to that would just listen to you and not judge you,
yeah,
I really feel that there will be a lot of people still here on this earth if they had that.
Yeah.
So many people, they get fed up. And it's just like with anything else, actually, you know, when you're stressed or whatever, and you have a friend or family member or whoever that person is that you can talk to, you feel better overall. So I feel like it's the same thing with suicide and pretty much anything else.
Yeah.
And, you know, so they have a pastor who I think he's a mental health crisis counselor or something, and so they actually said what I had been saying and feeling for years. If we just had that one person, this one, so all it takes is one that you can confide in, one that you feel is gonna let you talk, not gonna judge you, etc., 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 it would really make a difference. But some of the things that they did say from a man's perspective is that, you know, boys are taught from a very young age, don't cry. Keep it bottled up inside.
Yeah. And hold on. And hold on for 1 second, because I want to ask you a question when we come back, Lisa, because your father passed away, and we talked before, and then you talked after, because you're our business manager. And I want you to give a word of encouragement to some people out there who this is their first holiday season without their loved one. It's tough. When my sister Edie passed away last week, my son came from California on Christmas morning. When he came down the steps, everybody happy. I started crying. I just broke down. This is my first year without my sister Edie. And he hugged me, Stephen hugged me. It's going to be all right, Dad. And I want you to talk about that, Lisa, because again, me and you talked before your father passed away, and we talked after he's passed away. And are you still dealing with that level of grief? We'll talk in a minute after, in a second. Don't go nowhere, Lisa. Stay on. Brother O, that was amazing what Lisa just said, man. Find somebody to talk to. And I'm hoping that somebody watching this show, this is more than a television show. You know, we're on Roku. We're on all over the world. I want to thank everybody for watching. But this show is so different, brother. Oh, it's just a different show, man. We talk about mental health, brother. Oh, come on, give me some more of your comments on what was stated, brother.
Yeah, that as far as like when, you know, with men and how traditionally men, boys, males, whatever, you know, you want to term you want to use, how we've been, you know, taught to deal with mental health. And when you look at how we are even taught to express ourselves, like when we're angry or when we're sad, and it's expected for us to express ourselves in a certain manner, and if we don't, then we're criticized for that, and that's unfair because all of us are individuals. We all have our individual experiences that we have, our issues or whatever. And so to suggest that everyone should deal with a problem the same way is just unfair. And another thing that I'm seeing a lot on social media is just the battle, the gender war that you see a lot. And a lot of these podcasts where people are giving up bad information about relationships, men are supposed to be this way, women are supposed to be that way. And I think that also is like contributing to, the mental health crisis, because we all need one another. And, both genders, we all need one another. And it's not just even as far as in a romantic sense, but, men and women in our society need one another. But if you have, these different platforms where they putting one group against the other, now what it is just continuing to bring about a divide. And we can't have a village. We can't have a true village.
Right.
We have this constantly going on. And I think that is also contributing. There's always been, the battle of the sexes.
Yeah.
But now it's been it's been taken to another level because it's been monetized to have these gender wars on social media. And you have all these people that are giving this advice, and some of them aren't even living by it. There have been people who've been exposed that they're pandering to one group, they're putting out this type of information, and then when you look into their lives, or sometimes something happens, and then we begin to see like, hey, that person was a fraud, or that person was putting up a facade. But so for some people, they could take it as being the gospel, because these people, they have these personalities and they have these huge platforms, and they're not helping the situation with men and women, but especially with some of the youth that are coming up and growing up and seeing this, because this is where a lot of them are getting their advice from. They're not necessarily getting it from their uncles or their aunts, their mothers, the elders, grandmother. They're getting a lot of this advice from people who are, entertainers or pseudo celebrities. And it's not good advice.
Yeah, you're right, brother. Oh, it's a lot of people getting a mixed message today, because we living in the world today where, again, people are controlled by a text message, a phone call, anything like that. And 25 going into 2026 is only getting worse, man. We got so much technology today where we can push a button and everybody is a journalist. Everybody is has their own opinion of stuff, man. And anything, fake news travels sometimes faster than real news. You know what I'm saying? And people can blog stuff, man. We got ChatGPT, we got AI, we got so much stuff out here today, man, that you don't know what's real versus fake. I'm going to bring Lisa back in for a minute. Lisa, thank you for coming on, first of all. Thank you for being one of the best singers out here for PIC TV. Great singer. And what you do is amazing. Lisa, talking about mental health, I know Pops passed away, and we were talking about him. You going to see him in the hospital, checking on him. And then when he passed away, I know you went through a whole lot of grieving. And can you talk to our audience today, Lisa? Because this is the first year that a lot of people are dealing with loss of a loved one, especially during the holiday season. And how you doing before and after now, Lisa?
Well, honestly, Dr. Evans, when you first said it, when you said you wanted to get me to talk about my experience with my father, I kind of tightened up, because honestly, it's been rough.
That's real. That's real talk.
Honestly, I continue to find grief classes.
Wow.
I just came out of a grief class about 2 weeks ago. And the early part of the year, I was in a 3-month grief class that it did help me in some capacity. But my father and I, we were very close. And of course, his passing was definitely one of the worst experiences of my life. But I think I shared with you the circumstances that surrounded it with the person that he was married to, who did everything in her power to keep me specifically from seeing my father. So all the things that she did, which was so unnecessary, so uncalled for, that is the thing that I just cannot get past. And I think I shared with you, she took out a restraining order, a protective order against me to keep me from coming to the house. When my father passed away, because it was a restraining order, even though she put it in his name, but her name was attached. So I didn't even know if I was going to be able to go to my father's funeral.
Wow.
Because when there's a restraining order, I believe you're not supposed to be within 500 feet or something like that. So a lot of my trauma comes from what was done. Of course, I'm saddened and devastated by his passing away, but what she did just took it to an entirely different level. So I can't even think of my father without thoughts of her appearing in my head. So I don't know how to separate the two. I think if I could separate the two, I would be doing much better, but I can't. So right now, I cannot separate the two. So
and that's real, Lisa, because to be able to talk about something which is so personal, and I want to thank you for coming on PIC TV Network. And we talked about this being my manager before, and going to see your dad, checking your dad when he passed away. But there's somebody, Lisa, who beyond you, they want to check out. They wanted to give up on life. What do you say to that person, Lisa, on their worst day going through?
So we had some situation with a family member. He wasn't with me. He was with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend, was calling me because she had called the police not to arrest him, but with hopes that they would take him to the hospital and keep him. That did not happen. They came and got him, but the hospital released him. And the very next day, he was threatening he was going to go jump off of this bridge, and he was just doing a bunch of crazy stuff. And so she had to go back to court again, and this was on a Sunday. She had to go back to court to get some temporary something through the magistrate to do the same thing that police had done the day before. But this time, because when they took him to the hospital, the police, of course, he was, going nuts because, when he saw the police come, he thought they were there to arrest him for some other stuff. But she was really, she called them to take him, hopes that they would keep him in the facility. And when she mentioned suicide, they did. So while that day, when she's calling me, all then I know how to do is I'm like, okay, well, let me call the suicide hotline. Well, let me tell you, and this is something that I started thinking, it needs to be way more resources, because I call the suicide hotline, and I'm thinking that they're going to be able to to direct me to some people or an organization or something that he could go to, or they could come to him. It's none of that. I'm not gonna say it doesn't exist, but she was doing everything she could. I was reaching out to the one, the one organization, the suicide, whatever, hotline or whatever. And it was like, nothing no one could do. So what I don't know what you would do other than, again, trying to talk to this person, talk this person down, because I do believe, you know, in most circumstances, if they feel like they have someone that they can trust and confide in, and that they genuinely care, if they give themselves some time, and I know, you know, when someone is talking suicide, they might have a gun to their head or whatever. That's every second is crucial.
Yeah.
So
and I love what you're stating, Lisa, because this is real talk. While we talking on this line, how many people are checking out? How many people really just at that point that you're stating? And I want to bring Brother O. Brother O is stating around the holidays, there's more people that are depressed. I thought we saw be Christmas and Thanksgiving and, you know, New Year's, but there's so many people. Brother O, come on and comment on what they're feeling during this time.
I mean, there are various things. Like, obviously, like if there's someone that's close to you that you've lost, for a lot of people, it's very depressing because the season, you know, like for instance, like let's say Thanksgiving or Christmas, it's starting to snow in a lot of places. So and then you see the Christmas lights and things like that. And then that brings back, you know, memories that you had with people that were close to you. And so for a lot of people, and it makes them depressed, the season. But then also during those times, expectations. And if there are people who are expecting certain things from you, like for instance, let's say is a struggling mother or father or whatever, and they don't have the means to be able to provide the way that they want to for the people that they care about, that'll make them depressed as well. And so looking at all these things, obviously when you lose someone, but then even what society says that you're supposed to provide during Christmas and on these holidays, like these material things. And it's really about people coming together. It's not so much about spending all this money, and it's fine if you have these things. But what has happened is that with capitalism, it has commercialized these moments. And so now there's that pressure to be able to, you know, come out of your wallet and spend so that you be able to live up to these expectations of this picture that's been painted around these holidays. And that's all the spirit of Christmas, the spirit of Thanksgiving. All of these things have been lost and they've been caught up in, you know, materialism. And I think that also contributes to, you know, mental health crises for some people during these times. They can't hear you, Dr. Evans.
I was
still muted. Yeah.
I was talking to an 18-year-old. Thank you, Brother O. I was talking to a young brother today, and he has a 18-month-old daughter. Thank you. And he was saying he needs some stuff for her for Christmas. He doesn't have a job. He's doing the best he can with what he have. And I told him I was going to help him out. You know, I was going to help him to get some stuff for his kid and be there for him. And I think, Brother O, when you think about, like you said, the pressure of getting items for people and those who don't have anything to give, to share something, man, to share some love with somebody. We adopt some families, Project Smiles. You helped us to help some people over the holidays here. But I think more than anything, we need to communicate with people. You know, mental health is real. Brother, when we come back after the commercial, I want you to talk to some brothers and sisters who are watching who may have a loved one in prison what does this moment feel like? Because you've been there, you've been on the other side of the wall. How do they get through this time? Do we send a letter? Do we send a card? Do we do a call? What does that letter mean, Brother O? What does that call mean, Brother O? On the other side of the wall, my godson, Raymond, he's still in there. It's been almost 25 years. I'm going to talk about that when we come out after the other side of the break. Folks, you're watching a special presentation on the PIC TV network. We're so happy for all of you. Talking about today on this subject, mental health is real. I'm so happy to have my PIC TV network business manager with me, Brother O from Chicago. He leads the Prison Freedom Channel on our network and giving some great advice. I want to thank Lisa for calling in. She's our manager for PIC TV network from Virginia. We'll be right back after this.
Happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV Network.
Happy 5th anniversary to the PIC TV Network.
Happy 5th anniversary to the PIC TV Network.
This is Dr. Crystal Morris, all the way from Dallas, Texas. Want to say happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV Network.
Billy Edmond from Dallas, Texas, and I want to wish PIC TV a happy 5th anniversary.
My name is Ella Anderson from Washington, D.C. I want to wish PIC TV happy 5th anniversary and keep going, Dr. Evans. We can't wait to see what you do.
This is Dr. Rhonda M. Wood, and I'm coming to you live. I want to give a very happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV Network and Dr. David Evans. You know what, you guys, just keep going strong.
Sharon here from DC, and I say happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV and Dr. Evans.
Hi, my name is Brittany Anderson from Austin, Texas, and I want to wish PIC TV Network a happy 5th.
Happy holidays. This is Carolee Carrington from Northern Virginia, and I want to wish the PIC TV Network a happy 5th anniversary.
Hi, my name is Nakia. I'm from Boston, and I want to say happy holidays, happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV. Keep going, Dr. Evans.
Take one.
Get ready to elevate your style with the exclusive PIC TV Network Studio Hat. Made for true TV enthusiasts like yourself, this limited edition hat is the perfect accessory to make you feel like a star. With one size fits all, you can rock this hat with confidence. Don't miss out on this opportunity to own a piece of the PIC TV Network. Call 202-505-2837 or visit watchpictv.com to order yours today. Hurry, as these hats won't last long.
And just to walk, just to see Taraji walk by and be like everyday people, man. Everyday people. We had a chance to interview her at Austin High School, and yeah, she's one of the best. Matter of fact, she's gonna walk by here in a minute. She may photobomb me. Can you imagine if Taraji come and just get into the to the video? The greatest person in the world. The greatest. The greatest. Love you. That's Taraji. Sis, you just move right. I told you she's gonna come right by. And yeah, she just said thank you, man. That was just like a wonderful moment.
The virtual search is on worldwide for kids to be on upcoming PIC TV Virtual Kids Party Show this fall. We're searching for talented kids aged 3 to 15 to be a part of the virtual fun. If your kids are ready to shine on screen, give our PIC TV media team a call today at 240-423-9820 and let's create some virtual fun with kids together. Get ready for an incredible mix of dancing, music, games, and educational experiences that will fill your kids with excitement and joy. It's going to be a new season show with Kids for Kids and by kids on the PIC TV network. Dr. David Evans, President.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in once again. PIC TV Network. We're right here back with Brother O from Chicago, my right-hand man. Brother O, this is a real sensitive subject today that we're talking about. Mental health is real, but it has to be talked about, especially in the holiday seasons. Brother O, I want to ask you, and I want you to, this is not, we don't have any script. We're not rehearsing this. This is live from you to the world, to the screen. Brother O, tell people on the other side of the screen, may have a loved one in prison, may have someone who's going through a situation right now behind the wall. How important is a phone call, a card, some correspondence, especially during the holidays, Brother O?
Yeah, it's very important. The holidays, once again, they're attached to certain types of emotions, certain type of feelings and experiences. And so when they're in there and they're deprived, it's very easy for someone to become depressed. So reaching out to them, and the Bible, and I'm not, I don't adhere to Christianity or any particular religion, but there are some truths in there, and it talks about people who are homeless. It talks about helping people, caring about people who are in prison for a reason, because those are the people who are downcast or downtrodden, and so it understands that when people are in captivity and when they're separated from their loved ones, that's when they are really sometimes at their weakest point, and that they need that support. I was just on the phone literally yesterday. Someone called me from the prison that I was locked up with him. He called me yesterday, and we were just talking about the conditions of the prison. And he was telling me, some of the issues that he had, and that he wanted the world to know what was going on and how he was being deprived. He felt like he was being oppressed. And for a lot of people, they don't have that outlet to have someone to talk to them. And a lot of them, some of their people have abandoned them. And some of their family members, some of their friends, especially if you've been in there for a while. That guy, he's been in there like 27 years, I believe. And so you can just imagine a lot of people have moved on from him that were once in his life. So it means a lot to send somebody a card, to visit them if you can, to pick up, not necessarily call them, because you can't call them in most of those places, but accept their phone call. It's it goes a long way, and it could be the difference between somebody actually self-harming in there. I saw a lot of people who they harmed themselves. And a few of those guys didn't even make it. Unfortunately, that the harm that they were inflicted upon themselves ended up being fatal. So it's important if you know someone that is a family member or someone that was close to you that you grew up with that's in there, just check on them, because sometimes that's all that some people that's all that they need. I asked the brother, that was his second time calling me, and the first time he called me, I asked him, I said, "You need anything?" He's like, "No, I don't need anything." And so that showed me that he just wanted someone to talk to vent to about what he was going through. And some of those guys, they don't. Now, some people do. Some people do need some things in there to help them get by. But something like that one brother, he said he didn't need anything. He just wanted to, talk to me and let me know what was going on with him. But it's difficult because you're in a place, regardless of whether And everybody in there are a lot of people, especially in Illinois. I think that we have, if I'm correct, I'm almost certain that when it comes to wrongful conviction lawsuits, I think Illinois leads the entire nation, man. And that's something to think about, because when they think about people who are incarcerated, they immediately think that these people are guilty. They've done something, they deserve to be where they are. But I know a lot of people who have been wrongfully convicted. Some have come home. There are some who are still in there. And so you can't even assume that just because someone is behind bars that they are guilty for what they've been accused and convicted of. So don't even, we can't even go there. There are too many cases of people who have been wrongfully convicted and had those sentences overturned. So don't even go in there with that mindset, because it's easy to just look at someone, even look them up and say, oh, well, that person is locked up for such and such. And that's not always the case. That's number one. And then secondly, just do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. And so if you were in that situation, having compassion, having empathy, if you were in a situation like that, would you want someone to, reach out and extend a hand to you?
Yeah.
And if you would, then just do that, regardless of, not judging or condemning them. They've already been judged by someone. And so they're there for that penalty, whether they did it or not. Someone else did that. It's not about you judging them. It's just about looking at a person who is in need, just like you would look at a person that's homeless, just like you would look at a person who is lacking food, clothing. Same thing with a person that is in bondage, in captivity.
Yeah. But that was amazing, man. I want to give you 5-star. 5-star love, man. I have watched you build PIC TV Network, man, the Prison Freedom Show, from ground zero, from the first show to almost 50 shows. And now I see you independently doing programs and going poets events, man, and interviewing people. We just talked today. You said you're going to bring somebody on. He's running for a position. Can you talk about that for a second? Yeah, we're going to bring him on.
Yeah. So definitely, State Representative LaShawn Ford, and we had him on. We had him on a couple years ago. It may have been almost 3 years now. Time. And so I'm hoping that he'll come on and talk about his current campaign. Right now, he's running for Congress. So hopefully he'll come on. And he's been a wonderful supporter since we're talking about people who are incarcerated. He's been a wonderful advocate for people who are incarcerated and for returning citizens. As a matter of fact, July 3rd in Illinois, July 3rd is Independence Day for returning citizens in this state. And he is responsible for actually getting that as acknowledged as an official day for people who have a criminal background. And this Saturday, we're going to have an expungement workshop. We're going to have an expungement workshop November 15th. And he's going to be his sponsoring that. So I'll be a part of that. And my role, my contribution to that is basically just going through the history of how Black folk have been criminalized because of their color, basically, and how systemic racism has led to the criminalization of Black folk going down through with certain type of laws and codes that they had, and then through mass incarceration, And now even with what we call collateral consequences that contribute to what we call social disabilities for people who have a criminal background. So that'll be my contribution, because violence isn't just something that's physical. It's something that causes suffering or harm upon a person or a group of people. And when you have created conditions and you even created laws and passed legislation that criminalize a certain group of people, then that is a form of violence. And so that's my portion. That's my contribution to that expungement workshop that we're having. And then also there's a group here in Illinois, organization called Impermanent Punishment. And they'll be talking about their victory, how they've just been able to be, what they've just done is, in right now, I got a whole lot going on, so pardon me, everyone. Had a long day, but Thursday on the 13th, they'll be talking about how they have been able to gain the victory with the helping with people get their record sealed, basically. And for instance, like when you go in to look for a job, and they're able to go back if you have a criminal record, and then they see that you had something that occurred, or that's on your record 15, 20 years ago, even though you might have changed your life, you may have gotten certain type of certificates, certain type of degrees, but then they could go back and they can look at that and see that. And then obviously what happens is a lot of people who are qualified because of something that happened a very long time ago that's on their record, what happens is they don't end up getting the job because of that, because people see that and then they discriminate against them. So now that they've basically made it so that even though law enforcement can still see it, state police can still see it, but when it comes to an employer, they won't be able to have access to that. And so what it does is it gives people a second chance, a legitimate second chance, because if you have served your time and you paid your debt to society, then that should not be held against you. It shouldn't be, but we know that it still is in many cases. And so what they've done is they've been able to get it passed so that they won't be able to see that. If you go in there and you have all these different things on your resume that you've done, that you've accomplished over the years, that qualify you to get that particular job, to carry out that duty, then that won't even be part of the equation when they are assessing whether you should get the job or not. And they call impermanent punishment.
Information you sharing is amazing, man. That's why I love having you on PIC TV Network. We just connected with our Instagram audience that's going to come in for our last 15 minutes. I want to say happy Veterans Day to everybody who's veteran, served in our country. I want to give a lot of love out to you. Again, PIC TV Network is a television network on Roku. We're celebrating our 5th anniversary on November the 28th, which everybody says Black Friday. I'm trying to get out of that Black Friday title. I'm just want to say the 28th is PIC TV Network's 5th anniversary, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want you to join us. I want you to comment. You can comment. You can look at this replay of this show too. It was amazing. We had Lisa to call in. She's a superstar singer. She's also with our network with a business manager. We want to give a lot of love out to everybody watching right now. It's the holiday season. Brother O from Chicago has been on with me. Those who are watching on PIC TV on our Instagram, thank you for popping in. You can leave your comments on the bottom. We want to say a thank you to our audience. Also on YouTube, PIC TV Spotlight, thank you for watching. And on Roku, channel 1000 Live. 90 million viewers around the world have Roku products and homes, barbershops, nail salons, beauty parlors, restaurants, churches. Everywhere there's a Roku TV, you can watch us and our shows on PIC TV Network. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back. And those who are watching right now, thank you for tuning in. I know you've been blessed by this information we're sharing today. Mental health is real, and we have to talk about this. We'll be right back after this brief commercial.
Get ready to elevate your style with the exclusive PIC TV Network Studio Hat. Made for true TV enthusiasts like yourself, this limited edition hat is the perfect accessory to make you feel like a star. With one size fits all, you can rock this hat with confidence. Don't miss out on this opportunity to own a piece of the PIC TV network. Call 202-505-2837 or visit watchpictv.com to order yours today. Hurry, as these hats won't last long.
Happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV Network.
Happy 5th anniversary to the PIC TV Network.
Happy 5th anniversary to the PIC TV Network.
This is Dr. Crystal Morris, all the way from Dallas, Texas. Want to say happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV Network.
Billy Edmond from Dallas, Texas, and I want to wish PIC TV a happy 5th anniversary.
My name is Ella Anderson from Washington, D.C. I want to wish PIC TV happy 5th anniversary and keep going, Dr. Evans. We can't wait to see what you do.
This is Dr. Rhonda M. Wood, and I'm coming to you live. I want to give a very happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV Network and Dr. David Evans. You know what, you guys, just keep going strong.
Sharon here from DC, and I say happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV and Dr. Evans.
Hi, my name is Brittany Anderson from Austin, Texas, and I want to wish PIC TV Network a happy 5th.
Happy holidays. This is Carolee Carrington from Northern Virginia, and I want to wish the PIC TV Network a happy 5th anniversary.
Hi, my name is Nakia. I'm from Boston, and I want to say happy holidays, happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV. Keep going, Dr. Evans.
Take one.
Happy 5th anniversary to the PIC TV Network.
Hi, everybody.
Again, PIC TV is here. You know, how do you just enjoy this beautiful thing? People are coming out and celebrating. And how do you think PIC TV Network coming?
Well, you know what? PIC TV Network, you are helping us to get the word out, because I know someone is going to hear about this information and come on out. And it takes, it's so hard to make sure that people are aware of everything. So I just want to really thank PIC TV Network for being here and spreading good things that are happening in our community.
Wow, so many vendors are here. Thank you once again.
You're so welcome.
Her star power, her platform. Rap to you real quick. And what she means to the culture. I want to enjoy the luxury of like not knowing each other for real. I'm just proud of her for what she's doing. Hold up.
How's everybody doing this morning?
We're good.
That was not as enthusiastic as they're going to want me. Alright. Wait, listen to enthusiasm they did with me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Man, while they PIC TV Network, brother, talk to us about how the young people, man, who trying to figure life out. What would your advice be to them, and putting the work in or, just trying to figure life out?
I'm going to say patience.
Wow.
I think there's a lot of generational gaps. What's up, Matt? There's a lot of generational gaps, with, millennials and Gen Z and Gen Alpha, because, a lot of these guys, Zoomers, what they call them, they're not going to understand certain things the way we understood them. What millennials are in a place of social media, internet actually came while we were in our formative years.
That's right.
And social media came at the beginning of our adult years.
Yeah.
So we know how to interact with real people, and we know certain things can trigger us. There's going to be a little epidemic probably at some point where the younger generation ain't going to really know how to they ain't going to know what's really bothering them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of if we don't really like focus on wellness amongst the youth as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a hot topic right now, but like what's going to happen if something drastic happens with social media,
right?
And like these people are living their lives, they don't have any friends, they don't have any people outside of the internet. Like, how can we regulate the expectations in their mental health? You know, so I would tell the younger me or any younger person is patience. Like, you guys are growing up in a unique time when we had COVID and you didn't have friends for years, and you know you got to give yourself some grace and have some patience with it. You're not just gonna wake up happy every morning.
Man, it's beautiful, man. How proud of you, Taraji, coming back to home to give this man do something like this?
For as long as I know T, I've just been like, when we gonna do something back home?
Wow.
I love that. I love it though because you know people ask me the same thing.
Yeah.
On a macro, this is macro. You know what I mean? People ask me when I'm gonna do something on a macro, and you know we chipping away at it, but her star power, her platform, and what she means to the culture is just it's appropriate right now, and I think I'm just proud of her for what she's doing, and I'm just happy that she invited me.
I need it. Thank you, Wally. And just to walk, just to see Taraji walk by and be like everyday people, man, everyday people. We had a chance to interview her at Octavia High School, and she's one of the best. Matter of fact, she's gonna walk by here in a minute. She may photobomb me. Can you imagine if Taraji coming just get into the to the video? The greatest person in the world, the greatest. Love you. That's Taraji. Since you just moved right, I told you she was gonna come right by. And that was a surreal moment. Taraji P. Henson and the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation is about mental health. And it really helped me to understand that people really need to talk to some folks. People need to reach out and check on each other. If you ever have a chance to attend the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation, it's like going to an expo. You have wonderful singers there. You have people who wear massage. You can get a haircut. A lot of stuff is free. Taraji bring business owners and people together. People be talking about mental health. Experts are there. It's amazing. And this was an event that took place at the National Harbor. She shut that down where I live, right around the corner. Amazing. Then we interviewed Taraji at the Octavia High School. She came back home right around the corner, and I had a chance to interview her, and to be a part of the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation was amazing. Want to give a lot of love out again to all the fans, especially our brothers and sisters who love Marshawn, Nealon from the Dallas Cowboys. Life ended too soon. Want to pray for their family and his loved ones there. And mental health is real. That's why we having this show today. It is real. We need to talk to folks, especially around the holidays. People going through crisis with the government shutdown, losing jobs, behind on bills, trying to make ends meet. I brought Brother O on from Chicago. Before we close this show, everybody can look at the repeat over on YouTube, PIC TV Spotlight. Go over there and watch the repeat. You'll see us talking about some serious subject. If anybody's watching us right now, you need to reach out to someone professional. Chat 988lifeline.org. Please talk to someone. You're not alone. Don't try to hold the world on your shoulder. You may be going through something mentally, physically, financially, socially, emotionally. You're not by yourself. Also, PIC TV Network. Our network is on Roku. You can watch us 24 hours a day. Our fitness channel, our movie channel, our music channel, our PIC TV Network Gospel Life channel. Get some inspiration. You can see our live channel, channel 1000 live. We have multiple channels on Roku. You can watch us free, doesn't cost a dime. And we out here for you. I'm going to bring Brother Owen for our closing remarks, brother. Oh, I love you, man. First of all, so happy, man, that you decided to come on with the president again.
Yeah, man. It's definitely my pleasure, man. You know, we've been doing this for about 3 years almost now, right? So yeah, kind of got my brain get a little foggy because I'm kind of tired. I had a long day. I went through a long training, but clean slate. That's what it's called. So it's called Illinois Clean Slate Act, and what that does is it's once it goes into effect, it will automatically seal a person's records from people who are trying to hire them from an employer. Now, law enforcement, you know, they would still be able to have access to it. But like if a person were to go and try and apply for a job or position or whatever, it would seal it. Now, there are some exclusions, certain type of violent offenses, things like that it would not seal. But in DUIs, sex offenses, things like that. But everybody else, nonviolent offenses, people who deserve a second chance to be able to prove themselves and to change their lives, once that goes into effect, it'll automatically seal their record. So it's called the Illinois Clean Slate Act. And when we're talking about mental health, for some people who have made some mistakes, some people who want to change their lives, that does something to you when you might have made a mistake. You made the wrong choices, and then you go to prison, you serve your time. Society, it tells you that you serve your time, you pay your debt, and you can come out and change your life. And then when you get out, they're still holding that against you. Those barriers, that does something to you. It's for a person's mental health. And so what that does is it gives people a second chance, and but what it also does is it raises those people's spirits. Mm-hmm. Now I'm given another chance at life, and people what they're doing is they're looking at who I am as a person and what I have accomplished and how I've turned my life around, instead of looking at something that I might have done 20, 25, 30 years ago and still judging me based on that. And there are a lot of people that I know that were 16, 17, well, not 16, 17, but 18, 19, 20 years old. And when they committed an offense, they served their time, and now they're 40 years old and they're still being judged based on a decision that they made at such a young age. And science has shown that your brain hasn't fully matured, developed until you're around 25 years old. Mm-hmm. And yet we're still looking at people who were 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. And when they're 40 years old, we're judging them based on decisions. Now, not saying that people shouldn't be held accountable, but if these people have already been held accountable and they paid their debt, why should they continue to have to suffer because of that? So when we talk about mental health in that aspect, the Illinois Clean Slate Act, what that does is it changes the game for a lot of people who really have, who want to make a difference, who want to change their life, who want to contribute to their family, who want to contribute to their community. And now what that does is it removes the barriers so that they can do so.
Man, I'm so proud of you. And for those who don't know, Brother O, he is over our Prison Freedoms TV show. He has over 50 shows, award-winning shows. You can see it on PIC TV Network. And Brother O was in prison, and when he came out, he decided to ask me, can I take over the Prison Freedom channel shows? I said yes. He brought on the Jerusalem Gangster. He brought on so many people been in prison, coming out of prison, productive in society. Himself, he's a worker. He has done so many programs. And what I love about you, Brother, you didn't forget the brothers in there, man. You don't know how my heart felt when you said you just talked to a brother yesterday. Yesterday, he was still in there, man. And for him to hear your voice on the other side of the wall, how that made him feel. And for those who just popped in on Instagram, Brother O, tell people, man, the holiday season, what that phone call, what does that card mean? Maybe you haven't talked to them in 4 or 5 months or this year. What does that letter mean, Brother O?
I see it all the time. You know, I used to see the visits when guys get a visit, even when it's not the holiday, but especially the holidays, right? When they get that visit, they try to, look as clean as they possibly can. We didn't have irons or anything, but they have a way to, get their clothes looking nice and things like that, where they're looking very presentable. It lifts their spirits. It lifts their spirits. Phone calls. I've seen that change a person's day. Being able to have access to someone on the outside that they care about, they're looking forward to, hearing their voice. I've seen it lift their spirits, and I've also seen it go the other way when they were denied. When something happened and the officer would not allow them to use the phone, and they really wanted to hear someone's voice. And then I saw it go the other way, where they became very depressed, angry. I even saw it turn to violence, unfortunately. So a phone call, a visit, and even something like a letter, we think is because we don't write. Most of us out here, right? We get mail, but it's like, what are we getting? We're getting bills or something like that. Somebody trying to sell us something, and then we read it, look at it real quick, and if it's not, a bill or something like that, then we just go, discard it. But so we don't really think much about letters, but in there, it's the world to a lot of people. It's the world to a lot of people, and so we're out here, and even myself. Now that I'm out and I'm busy, I don't write a lot. But when the brothers, if they do call me, like the brother that called me, I'll pick up. I don't have a problem with picking up. And now they've made it, at least in Illinois, because all prisons are the same, but they've made it more convenient for them to be able to use the phone and use tablets and things like that. So picking up the phone when they're calling, and if they're in a place where you can write them a letter or even send them an email, because even though in prison, the Department of Corrections, they're slow as far as technology is concerned, but they're evolving still. And so now they're able to get like emails and things like that on the tablet. So just sending them, sending out something to them, hit them in their DM or send them an email or something like that. And just to let them know that you acknowledge that they exist.
Yeah. And when we come back on the next show, Brother O, we're going to talk about, the holidays for people in poverty, man. I went to Skid Row for the first time in my life, and I never seen nothing like this. I thought I was in a third world country, Brother O, when I went on Skid Row and seen, over 40, 50 blocks of just people homeless, man. And I know it's in Chicago, it's in Washington, D.C., but what does a meal mean to these folks? A pair of gloves, and it get cold in Chicago, Brother O. It get real cold, man. And then you have some folks that can't fit in the shelter, Brother O, and they just toughing it out on the street, man. You work for the shelter,
right?
So
that was my first job. That was my first job when we began our first shows. I was working at the shelter. They call it Transitional Living Center, but it was basically a shelter, right? And so, yeah, I know what that's like for people that were calling, trying to get in. And still, even now, there are some people that I know that they asked me to try to help them find housing, which is a difficult thing. Because it's all in the same, network, really. When you're talking about people who do reentry work, community violence intervention work, and people dealing with the homeless and people living in poverty, all of these things are really, they're interconnected.
Yeah.
And so it's not like they're not really, you can't work in silos when you're talking about trying to build a beloved community and say, oh, we're just going to address mental health. And it's unfortunate with what is going on with our government right now. But this is not really new as far as trying to say that, one particular issue is greater than the other.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been in places where people were talking about the lack of funding for, let's say, the homeless, and then I would hear a politician say, or an older person say, well, mental health and community violence intervention, a lot of the funding is going there. Therefore, we can't help you with the housing situation when it comes to the homeless.
Yeah.
I've seen that. And so what they're doing is they're putting this group or these groups against that group, the other group, and you can't separate them. Why? Because if I am homeless, then I am vulnerable and have a high chance of being exposed to violence. We here in Chicago last year on our train, we got our trains are like basically the different lines. We use colors. On the blue line, there were people that were sleeping on the train. And someone came in and shot 4 people, murdered 4 people on the train.
Wow.
They were doing nothing, minding their own business. They were sleeping on the train. And I see a lot of people sleeping on the train. I take the train all the time, the bus and stuff like that. 4 people were murdered on that train, man. So when you are homeless, then you are vulnerable and you're exposed to violence, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then even when you're hungry and you're desperate, you may have to, you may feel compelled to commit a crime. And so when you put people under these conditions and you're saying that, that other things need to be addressed because they're more important, they're not looking at it as that they're all connected. And so if I'm homeless, well, then my mental health, once we talked about that. How does that affect my self-esteem and my mental health, right? And so homelessness, mental health, violence, poverty, all these things, they're interrelated.
Yeah, man. And it's amazing how we've been blessed to be able to communicate and have a heartbeat for this on PIC TV Network, man. I want to thank you so much. And those who are watching right now, this is a special segment. Please, those on Instagram, I see all the comments popping in. Go over to YouTube, watch the beginning of this. We've been talking over an hour now on mental health is real. We have to do another series, brother. Oh, we got to come back on, do part 2 and some more series on this subject, man. Thank you for coming straight from work. I don't know if you ate anything, man. Give him some love, but you came right on the set, man. You came right in the studio.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I ate when I was downtown before I got on the metro. So that held me down. So I'm okay. I'm decent. But we've had many times. We've had many times when we've been on, and I remember we did like maybe we did shows back to back sometimes, and both of us was just talking about how we were hungry, So, but today I was able to eat before I left from downtown.
world to know, man. I still got your award right here, man. This thing is still sitting here. Prison Freedom. Let me let you see that. Those are looking out there. You see, Brother O, the Prison Freedom Award. This brother has been working with us, man, and doing it big, man. I want to say thank you. I got to come to Chicago and put this in your hand. We get some Chicago pizza. So when you take me to the pizza place, I want to put this in your hand. I want to say thank you, man, so much. I love you, man. I be watching you on Instagram. You on every place in Chicago, y'all. Y'all need to follow him. Follow my brother, Brother O. Man, he's out there. Man, you got to give us a poem before you close, man, because you know you want a poet contest or something, man. You got to give us a poem before we close, and we'll shut the show down. Come on, Brother O.
Okay, so since we talk about mental health, and this book here actually is called "You Are Not Alone." I worked on this book. I contributed to this book. I believe it's like 8 poems. This is one of the first places where I was published, so it's only fitting since we're talking about mental health. Let me see if I can find a poem, because most of these poems are about mental health.
Wow. Hey, you got so we can get that book, man. That's a good gift right there, Brother O.
Yeah. This was about so we wanted to talk about, the youth who deal with mental health and self-esteem. And that's why it's called "You Are Not Alone, Triumph Over Tribulations." So, they asked me to go ahead and to write to some of the stories that were in the book. And so that's my contribution to it. And I want to... So here's one. I'll just read this one. It's called "Sound Decisions."
Okay.
My friend, even though you are not alone, there will be times when you must stand on your own. The way of the world is not always right. Often it's cruel and bleak, and you must look toward the light. That light which will guide you is the mind's eye. For with the wings of intellect, your spirit shall fly to places great and magical above the crowds, lifting you up to mountaintops, even above the clouds. Soaring out into space, only if you believe. Looking at all the things that humanity's genius has achieved. For vast are the wonders that the mind can conceive. In the oceans of imagination, the places where our fancies weave. Dreams beyond measure, surpassing time. Dreams hidden locked in the doors of our wisdom that we have to find. For every one of us has the master's mind, and that master is servant to no one else. But to become that master, we each must possess a profound love for and genuine knowledge of self.
One and only, Brother O. Want to thank everybody for watching the show today. It's been amazing. It's been a blast. Please go over to YouTube right now. You can watch the repeat of this entire show, and you can take some notes and get in touch with us. PIC TV Network. We are your network on Roku TV. You can watch us right now and support PIC TV. We support it because of people like you watching our programs and supporting our programs. And because of people like you, we can do another show like this. You can get in touch with us, scan that QR code, the PIC TV Network, or you can call our studio line. If you want to give a donation, we have something called Project Smiles, where we give back. We adopt 3 families. We already got one of the families we're going to be giving to throughout the holiday season. Your donation, your contribution will be a blessing to helping others. This is more than just a television network. We're about the people. It's the People's Investment Channel. That's what PIC stands for, the People's Investment Channel. On November the 28th, the day after Thanksgiving, we're going to celebrate 5 years, our 5th anniversary. We hope you can join us on our audio line or watch us on YouTube, PIC TV Network Spotlight, or Channel 1000 on Roku to see our programs. I want to thank our special guest, Brother O, for being with us again. Lisa for calling on in. You can watch us again on PIC TV Network. Until next time, God bless you. May heaven smile upon you. keep your faith alive.
We've all been hurt at some point, even abandoned. Many of us have done the hurting ourselves. We get to the point where we don't trust anyone, nor do we feel worthy of being loved by anyone. Then there's that one person who just doesn't give up on loving you. Their love is unconditional. Their love stays long enough for you to heal. And then they promise to never leave. That's love you can count on. God's love.
Happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV Network.
Happy 5th anniversary to the PIC TV Network.
Happy 5th anniversary to the PIC TV Network.
This is Dr. Crystal Morris, all the way from Dallas, Texas. Want to say happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV Network.
Billy Edmond from Dallas, Texas, and I want to wish PIC TV a happy 5th anniversary.
My name is Ella Anderson from Washington, D.C. I want to wish PIC TV happy 5th anniversary and keep going, Dr. Evans. We can't wait to see what you do.
This is Dr. Rhonda Inwood, and I'm coming to you live. I want to give a very happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV Network and Dr. David Evans. You know what, you guys? Just keep going strong.
Sharon here from DC, and I say happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV and Dr. Evans.
Hi, my name is Brittany Anderson from Austin, Texas, and I want to wish PIC TV Network a happy 5th.
Happy holidays. This is Carolee Carrington from Northern Virginia, and I want to wish the PIC TV Network a happy 5th anniversary.
Hi, my name is Nakia. I'm from Boston, and I want to say happy holidays, happy 5th anniversary to PIC TV. Keep going, Dr. Evans.
Take one.